Everyone talks about having a winter arc. For some, it's gym goals or new habits. But if you've been low-key stressed about money all year, winter is actually the season where your entire relationship with money can actually feel quieter, calmer, and more honest. Today, I'm walking you through my full winter arc, personal finance edition, so you can end this year feel grounded instead of guilty. So grab a hot beverage and let's dig in. I'm a certified quality and process thinker. I literally audit, waste, and optimize systems for a living, and I apply the same thinking to my personal finances. Winter doesn't lie, and neither do your numbers. When the year slows down, distractions disappear, no summer trips, no patio dinners, no chaotic schedules. It becomes the perfect moment to sit down and actually look at your financial reality without judgment. Let's start with a couple of habits that you can actually start with. Pull up your last 90 days of spending. You'll always find subscriptions you forgot you had, micro leaks, snacks, delivery fees, upgrades, and lifestyle creep. This isn't about guilt, it's about visibility, because you cannot really change what you don't even know you have. If this is already calling you out just a little, so I know to make more cozy, honest money checkings like this. The winter cushion, protecting your peace. The best winter luxury isn't a heated blanket. It's financial breathing room. We know that winter expenses spike. We have heating, food, holiday pressure, and stress spending is real. That's why I use winter to strengthen my seasonal buffer. So what I would recommend is to always leave some breathing room in there. Buy $200, $250, whatever you can always help you navigate stressful situations much better. If you're still here, you're taking your money seriously in a gentle way. You can hit subscribe if you want more calm, grounded money content in your feed. Slow spending season, the winter pause. If you're really listening, winter teaches you how you want less and appreciate more. How? For me, this is the season where I usually naturally spend less because I spend more time indoors, appreciating the cozy atmosphere, fewer social triggers, fewer impulse purchases. So I use winter to reset my relationship with consumption. Now, how can you do the same? We can start by implementing a few habits that you can actually have in your system in every winter before the seasonal hype begins, before everything starts to feel urgent. What I would recommend is to review and unsubscribe from aggressive marketing emails. Now, I'm not saying you should unsubscribe from everything that you enjoy, but definitely this will help you think less about shopping, think less about spending, and you could only think about what you really need to buy instead of being triggered and nudged to buy more. Pause accessory buying, upgrading, or seasonal just because shopping. So your shopping can be replaced by some reward rituals that you can actually start building, and these some of the habits that you can actually start with, like reading, baking, cooking, hosting, going for a walk. Those can definitely improve the way you live and your lifestyle, so you don't really rely on shopping as much to bring you those gratification moments. So what I would definitely recommend is start with 1 or 2 habits and then start incorporating more as you go. Part 4, year-end alignment. Systems over willpower. Your winter arc becomes your new year autopilot. This is the practical and glamorous part, but the most important. I'm gonna give you some habits that you can start incorporating. Again, choose a couple that you can start with so it feels manageable. I usually do this time of year is review my finances and review my financial habits that I had for this year. Now then I would reflect, what were the good things about these habits and what can I improve, what can I keep? I would definitely review my auto transfers. Should I increase more? So you definitely review the practice as well as the amount. Revisit your savings goal. This is very well linked to the first one. If you're saving for instance 10% of your paycheck, if you aim to save 20%, is that still manageable? Reset your budget to match your actual life, not your idealized one. It definitely helps to do that audit and realize you've been overspending in a specific category. But if you look at your spending and you see that you have been really buying a lot of subscriptions and then half of them you're not even using, so maybe this is something that you need to take a step back, pause what you don't really need and keep what you do. Now, with that money that you saved, what are you gonna do with it? And these are the types of questions you can actually start to ask yourself. Review your investments. And this is a very good one. If you haven't already invested, then this is a very good opportunity for you to think about it. This is very good for you to have that money conversation with yourself and reassess. And again, you don't have to do it all in one day. The winter self-identity. You don't need a new personality next year. You only need a grounded one. Winter is when I stop focusing on who I should become and start nurturing who I really want to be financially. I would definitely recommend you start asking yourself a few questions. You can ask yourself some of these questions. How do I want to feel about money next year? What habits support that version of me? What's one financial behavior I can refine if you haven't done this before? You can start by doing your weekly check-ins. Let me know down in the comments what question would you start by asking yourself. Now, once you start asking these questions, it's good for you to take a notebook, notes in your phone, and just answer some of these questions because it will give you some sense of accountability and then something to look forward to. And you can start by setting your weekly check-ins, for instance, or bi-weekly, whatever works for you, because that will definitely give you that accountability. Now, I'd like us to sit down and close this by thinking that winter isn't a reinvention. It's a quiet realignment. Your winter arc doesn't have to be insane. It can be cozy, slow, gentle, and deeply transformative. Because transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through tiny and sometimes even micro habits. Review your life, build your cushion, align your habits. Winter is where the groundwork for your next financial chapter begins. If you like this video, you can check this one. Thank you for sticking around. See you next Wednesday.